This is Carl Eller, and you're watching the One Bar and Lepagas show.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepagas show. I am One Bar. In this episode, we'll be talking MVP and LVP through the first 6 weeks of the Viking season. And a lot of players in hot contention for this beautiful award. Before we get to that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, here every damn day, talking Vikings. Let's get to 5,000 subs. Also hit up our Patreon page. And as always, this episode is brought to you by WinView Games, the leader in prop contests, pregame, live during games. We all live and breathe the Minnesota Vikings. So put that knowledge to the test. Make sure to use this link right here when you're downloading it. Your first $100 is they match your first 100. So it is a win-win-win situation. Also, if you sign up, make sure to put your league ID down in the comments and we will add you to our league. So let's talk about it. Vikings are on bye. So let's just kind of take a look back at the Vikings we know are 3-3. MVP and LVP, yes, the least valuable player so far for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's end on a good note. So let's start with the LVP, least valuable player through the first 6 weeks of the season. And guys that are in contention, at least in my mind, and one of the main reasons I'm doing this video is for you guys to let me know in the comments who your MVP is, who your LVP is, because something tells me I may not have the same ones. So LVP, and this is offense and defense. LVP, we got to look at, there's some guys on the offensive line. Rashad Hill had a tough go at it. We know Brashad Breeland has had a tough go at it, cornerback. Other than that, it's not horrible as far as guy that just completely sticks out, but I'm going in a different direction. I am going on the offensive line, and I am going with that center right in the middle. Garrett Bradbury. I'm a big Garrett Bradbury guy. I've said it multiple times. When we drafted him, I was very excited, as excited as you can get when you draft a center in round one. But he just, it's just continues to struggle, and struggle is putting it politely. 28th ranked center according to PFF, and that seems even a little gracious for them. 28th rated center. Not only that, but he's just given up some big plays, and he's got some guards alongside him. We got Ezra Cleveland, Oli Udoh, who by no means are top shelf. Have they given us a little bit of hope and shown that they can play in this league? Yes, but Garrett Bradbury is just the eyesore in the middle. And you might think I'm crazy because maybe Breeland is just the gimme here, but Breeland, last couple of weeks, he's gotten better. Yes, it's easy to get better from being one of the worst in the league, but he's gotten better, so I'm throwing him a bone here. So my LVP, my least valuable player, is Garrett Bradbury. Unfortunately, the Vikings really can't do anything about it. It's not like they can also put in Mason Cole. They can, but who really thinks that's going to happen? They're going to play this out. They're going to let Bradbury ride out into the sunset this season, and hopefully some sort of miracle comes through and he gets better. We will see. I'm not hopeful. I'm not hopeful one damn bit. So let's go to the MVP. Like I said, we're ending on a good note. A lot of guys who could be in the mix here, and usual suspects. We got Harrison Smith, one of the top-rated safeties in the league. Kendricks, one of the top-rated linebackers. We got Daniil Hunter, who has come back fierce. Everson Griffin even is having a fantastic season. And then offensive side of the ball, Kirk Cousins. I forgot to mention a very, very important disclaimer. I'm taking Kirk Cousins out of the equation. Kirk Cousins would have just been too easy. He is clearly the MVP of this team right now. Anybody who disagrees with that, again, let me know in the comments, but he is the MVP of the Vikings right now, hands down. So I'm taking him out. Thielen's having a good year. Jefferson, Cook, even though he's been injured, is having a good year. But one guy that's underrated, and he didn't get my MVP, but he just went on the IR, Patrick Peterson. This guy has been, I couldn't imagine this team without Patrick Peterson right now. And we're going to get to see what that entails over the next 3-4 weeks. But Patrick Peterson has been fantastic. I've said it over and over, worth every damn cent. Love the signing. He has lived up to that signing, and he is in consideration for this, even with Kirk Cousins. But again, I'm going a different route. I'm sticking to the offensive line. Yes, I'm giving the MVP to our right tackle, Brian freaking O'Neill. Brian O'Neill has yet to give up a sack, 6 pressures, 2 penalties. But a big reason of why Brian O'Neill is getting this is kind of defaulting. I couldn't imagine this offensive line without Brian O'Neill. He is the one guy, just a pillar of this offensive line. But we're bringing on Darrisaw. Yes, Darrisaw only had his first start last week, but we're bringing some of these other guys along at guard, like I said, and just it's not an overly fantastic group yet. And Brian O'Neill is holding it together, giving Kirk Cousins time on that right side and just locking opposing defensive ends down. So Brian O'Neill is hands down my MVP right now for this team, not counting Kirk Cousins. And that's a pretty big statement as far as when you guys got guys like Jefferson, Danielle Hunter, Kendrick Smith, stuff like that. So that is my MVP. That is my LVP. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. And we'll be back very, very soon talking a lot of Vikings this bye week.